After Donald Trump's high-stakes summit with Vladimir Putin in Alaska, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has delivered a blunt reality check, one that mixes hard numbers, harsh truths, and uncomfortable warnings.
Putin is already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal. And as much as people may not like it, as distasteful as people might find it, the only way to end this war is to get the Russians to agree, as well as the Ukrainians, to a peace deal.
Rubio made clear the United States still talks about a ceasefire, but what Washington really wants is something far bigger.
The best way to end this conflict is through a full peace deal. There's no doubt about that. I mean, who would be against the fact if tomorrow we came to you and said we have a full peace deal and it's done? I think that's the best way to end the war. Now, whether there needs to be a ceasefire on the way there, well, we've advocated for that. Unfortunately, the Russians, as of now, have not agreed to that. But the ideal here, what we're aiming for here is not a ceasefire. What we ultimately are aiming for is an end to this war.
When pressed on sanctions, Rubio broke with conventional wisdom, arguing that piling on Moscow now could backfire.
The minute you issue new sanctions, your ability to get them to the table will be severely diminished. That moment may arrive, but when it comes, what you're basically signaling is there is no opportunity for peace at this point. So just let's put on more sanctions and allow more people to get bombed and more people will be killed. And that's what we're trying to stop.
He revealed that behind the scenes, Washington and Europe are already gaming out Ukraine's future and its survival.
Well, there'll have to be some security guarantees for Ukraine, right? I mean, it's one of their fundamental demands is that if this war were to end, they have to make sure this never happens again. They don't want to get reinvaded. They don't want to wait 3 or 4 years from now and find another, war on their hands.
He also defended Trump against charges of pressuring Kyiv into surrender. But his phrasing shocked many.
Russia's a very big power and they're not. But this is such a stupid media narrative that they're coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. We've had a dozen meetings with Zelensky. They're coming here tomorrow because we've been working with the Europeans for weeks on this.
And he closed by elevating America's role, casting Trump as the only figure capable of breaking the deadlock.
The president is the only leader in the world. If this is possible, he's the only one that can help make it happen. We've spent a lot of time on this issue, and while I don't know if it's possible, we're going to try. Because this war doesn't get better.
Marco Rubio's message is clear. America alone can drag Putin to the table, but only if Ukraine swallows concessions and Russia accepts limits.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. That was